we are chasing a few thunderstorms that have become pretty strong across the country tonight.
And joining us is our severe weather expert, Dr. Greg Forbes, also known as Storm Master G, talking about the stormy weather. And Greg, we've seen a lot of warnings. How about the reports so far today? Well, mostly we're getting reports of penny, nickel-sized hail, some trees knocked down. There's been a couple of reports, though, of golf ball-sized hail, especially in North and South Carolina. We're getting two feeds of warm moist air at low levels, the red shaded arrows. One coming a long way out of the Gulf of Mexico. Temperatures in there getting close to 90 degrees. Cold pocket aloft running over top of that, and also over top of a Atlantic feed of moisture. Temperature there 90 degrees as well. So cold over warm, that makes for instability. By the way, here's the cold front way back to the west, irrelevant to today's activity until it goes by. Then that brings in drier air, and we don't get the instability anymore. But that won't be. We'll have some more storms across the northeast tomorrow. Some of the places we've seen some of those severe storms have been around the Durham area or around the Wake Forest area. One of these storms now over near the Rocky Mount area could be producing some hail. They intensify, then they weaken sort of on time scales of about 45 minutes. So they're more like pop-up storms. Here and there they're severe. But just about any one of them briefly can become severe, and then it weakens. Suffolk, you've had one of those nickel hail report areas, some trees down there down to the southwest of Norfolk. Some other storms coming in the Newport News area could flare up with those very localized damaging wind threats. Up here near that upper trough of the cold pocket aloft, a little bit more organized, but most of these storms are not severe, but occasionally they'll become severe. Next hour and a half, they'll move into the Albany area. Later tonight, the whole line could move into the New York City area. And then right now, there's some non-severe thunderstorms coming through Washington, D.C. Let's switch sources. In the satellite picture, we'll, in fact, be able to see the water vapor imagery that shows the swirling upper air low. You can see it swirling around the Buffalo area, and the winds around that go kind of clockwise, and it's bringing some cooler air down over top of that warm air that I was showing you, and it's gradually pushing off to the east, but it won't clear New England tomorrow, so we'll have severe storms here and there once again tomorrow across the mid-Atlantic and the northeast. Today, they're pretty widely scattered, pretty brief, but a big area of them, even some down into South Carolina across these red-shaded areas, mostly up to ping-pong ball size and smaller hail, and a few spots getting trees and power lines down. Carl?
All right, Greg, thank you so much. Well, here's a recap of what's going on across the Northeast. There you see a severe thunderstorm watch area in New York. A lot of very heavy rain here. There has been some flash flooding, and flash flood warning now in effect for Fulton County. Again, there's a line of storms coming from eastern Pennsylvania.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for your area.
Down the west side of 695, right down 95 and 29, and right into Tacoma Park and Silver Spring, and the northwest side of town around Bethesda, Maryland, and into Fairfax County as well. Again, no warnings, but you can bet that that will slow things down. If you're waiting on a loved one to come home tonight, you'll be waiting for a while yet. Another little line segment making its way towards 95 in Springfield, Virginia. Dr. Greg again talked about these stronger storms in southeastern Virginia and Suffolk County here in Isle of Wight County, looking at a possible hail and wind there. And then more strong storms into North and South Carolina. A bunch of warnings here, and we've had some very heavy rain as well. And speaking of heavy rain, look at all this wet weather across Kentucky. Cincinnati and on southward, right down 75 into Richmond, Kentucky. That's good news. We need that rain in this part of the world, that's for sure. We've had way too much rain in some parts of the Southwest. Jen has that story for us now.
Yeah, Texas, you know, is not the only location that is dealing with the flooding. We also have been looking at dangerous driving conditions here into Arizona. This car actually was hydroplaning and flipped yesterday in Avondale. It went out of control, and again, parents and passers-by pulled young children that were in the vehicle to safety, so that is good news. Now, the rain's still coming down in portions of the west. We're hoping to get more rain into the northern Rockies here and across the high plains. Again, just seeing those scattered showers throughout the area. Salt Lake, pretty dry this afternoon. More active weather expected over into Colorado. And it could come into Denver and down into Colorado Springs. Again, we're finding a few thunderstorms just to the north of Springs, up at 25 here. And then you go southward, gusty winds around Santa Fe, more than almost 40 miles an hour. And then you cross over into Arizona. You're finding the showers and thunderstorms building up around Flagstaff and areas to the west. And also southwest into Tucson. There is a flash flood warning because of that rain that's coming right through the city. Again, some of this rain could be quickly producing heavy conditions for the roads, or a lot of rain for the roads. So again, flash flooding. Good bet, folks. Let's go to your forecast. And again, showers will continue to show up here, bringing the rain into Flagstaff and over into the Denver area. We are finding rain that's delaying some flights in the northeast. So again, showers around the D.C. area, delaying conditions also over into LaGuardia. Again, as we head into this afternoon and into tomorrow, the rain will still be around portions of the northeast, so a good bet across the east coast for rain. By the afternoon, it shows up into the Sunshine State and across the southeast. Carl?
Coming up on PM Edition, we'll let you know whether you'll hit any road bumps with the weather. That is straight ahead. And in California, a canine is being hailed as a hero for saving his owner's life. The 74-year-old owner was walking in 90-degree heat when he collapsed from dehydration and heat exposure. That's when Oscar sprung into action and alerted a neighbor who found Jamie and got him to a hospital for treatment. Happy ending there. We've got more in your forecast for the weekend coming right up. Stay tuned.